Okay guys, welcome back to Skate Mafia. We have another electric skateboard review for you here today. We're taking a look at the TEAMGEE H20T. Try saying that 10 times fast. I want to start out with a couple of things on this board that I really liked, and I'm going to get into some things that I didn't like as much as well. This was not a home run board for me, although there were some things that stood out and that are worth talking about here. First, we'll start with the deck, which was fantastic. The deck is 36 inches long and 9 inches wide. However, it has these wide cutouts where you put your feet. So for people like me who are tall and have larger feet, this board will fit them perfectly. It gives you plenty of room to get comfortable, and your toes and your heels aren't hanging over the edge, feeling like some sort of dog trying to climb their way out of a swimming pool. You won't have that problem with this board, lots of room. The flex is minor, but it's still there. The concave is also minor, but it's still there. The grip tape is fantastic. It's very coarse, it'll lock your feet in. So the deck overall for me, it was good. Let's get into the wheels. The wheels on this board are very unique. As you guys know, this is a hub motor board, and usually with hub motors, you have very limited wheel options. This board comes with 103 millimeter rubber tires. They don't solve all the problems of hub motors, so belt-driven boards are a lot more comfortable than hub motor boards are. That's still the case even with these rubber tires. However, it is a significant upgrade over the polyurethane sleeves on a lot of hub motors that I've ridden. So overall, the wheels, they look good, they perform well as far as a hub is concerned, so we'll chalk that one up to a win as well. Let's get into the overall power on this board, the acceleration, the top speed, the braking. Honestly, none of them really hit the mark for me. I had to ride this board in the highest braking mode and the highest speed mode just to get it to respond the way that I would want to. So in order to get the acceleration and the braking power that I needed, I had to ramp the board all the way up to the top modes right off the bat. The top speed, it was 21 miles an hour, which is a lot less than the advertised range. I wasn't particularly happy with 20 miles an hour on this board. It's still fast enough for a lot of riders. 21 miles an hour, you know, it's no slug, it's no slouch. But I like to ride fast. I like a board that has strong brakes and strong acceleration, and this one just kind of missed the mark on those fronts, in my personal opinion. Let's get into the ride feel. Hub motors suck, so the ride feel just is not as good as a belt-driven board. It's not a knock on the TEAMGEE. The ride feel on hub motors is just subpar. For all you guys out there who are new to electric skateboards, get a belt-driven board. The benefits significantly outweigh the benefits of hub motors. So from a ride feel perspective, every time you hit a crack, every time you hit a rock, you feel a little bit of jerkiness. That's just the nature of hub motors. With that being said, comparing this to other hub motor boards, these wheels, again, the rubber 103 millimeter wheels, they do give you a pretty comfortable ride comparatively speaking. Again, in my personal opinion, just go for the belt-driven board in the first place, guys. That will take us into the battery and the range on this board. This battery is 9.6 amp hours. The battery did not perform very well in terms of the range test. I got 7.29 miles of range out of this board. Now I was riding in the highest speed mode. I was accelerating to the maximum degree that this board would allow me to. And I do weigh 210 pounds, so there was a lot of things working against this range test. However, that's the case with every range test that I do. I always ride the boards really hard. My weight hasn't changed. This one significantly underperformed a lot of other boards within similar price points, so it's something to consider if you're purchasing this guy. Now to another positive of the board, the aesthetic. I think this thing looks amazing. Just the pure eye test, the board is a 10 out of 10. It looks just as good as anything out there on the market. I love the top of the deck. I love the metal enclosures on the bottom that I think are a unique feature to this board. And again, those large rubber wheels are great and they look fantastic. So overall, I give the aesthetic 2 thumbs up, 10 out of 10. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this review up with a couple of opportunities. I think the most glaring opportunity on this board is the ESC. The acceleration and the braking are not particularly smooth, and all of that is credited to the ESC. If they could just jump on the bandwagon and use Hobbywing ESCs and motors like everybody else, this board would be significantly upgraded. I think the ESC also negatively impacts the range. I just don't think the power output is consistent. I just think the board would be a lot better with something upgraded. Another opportunity here is the overall execution of the board. I understand where TEAMGEE was trying to go with this board, creating a comfortable cruiser in a hub motor version. I just think they slightly missed the mark here, if I'm being completely honest. The board's not terrible. It's still an electric skateboard. It's really fun to ride. I just think it could be better. I think the second version of this board might be a lot more improved over the first. And if you're listening to this, TEAMGEE, get in there and fix that ESC, because the bones of this board are great. You're just missing a couple of little finishing touches. Now, who's this board good for? It would be great for a beginning rider, somebody who is brand new to e-skate. This board is not for you more advanced folks out there. This board would also be great for somebody who, just by nature of where they live and the rules and laws that they have to abide by, must use hub motors. If you need something quiet, if you need something that doesn't look like an electric skateboard, but has the larger wheels that make it more comfortable to ride on rougher roads or just crappier riding surfaces in general, this board could be perfect for you. So again, beginning riders and people who need a hub board that has a little more ride comfort associated with it really could benefit from looking into this electric skateboard. That's all I got for you guys. If you made it this far, smash that subscribe button, give me a like, put on the notifications. You know all the drill. Just do it all. I'd really appreciate it. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Ride safe, take care of yourselves, and take care of one another. Peace. Whew. Did it.
Yeah.